Hey everybody, today I'm going to come to you today to talk to you about a really old saying, really, that's been around since the beginning of time, and there's a reason for this. It is all because you can doesn't mean you should, okay? It's sage advice for everybody in this world. It's crazy shit. So, and it pertains to everything, okay? And the main thing here that it is to do with is communication. Okay, so communication, and basically whenever you're dealing with people, anything or anyone, okay, the main thing is if it's not coming from your heart space at the highest vibration of God's honest, unconditional love, truth, and wisdom, you shouldn't be doing it, okay? Should not be doing it, all right? So, and if you don't know that you shouldn't be doing it, you ask God that you do, okay? Right off the bat, hey God, I want to, let me give you some examples. You know, my daughter will come to me, hey mom, should I go out with this friend or that friend? And I'll say to her, well, what was the plan? And she'll say, well, I promised that one, but I really feel like going with this one. And I was like, well, then you better talk to Spirit about it, because if you told somebody you were going to do something, you need to come out and do it. All because you want to go out with somebody else, all of a sudden a better person that you feel like you want to hang out has come up, then you need to bring it to Spirit so that you make sure that you know what's going on from love within your soul and with you and with this situation. Okay, so if you make plans with one friend and then 2 days later you figure another friend comes in and you like this friend better, all right, or you don't feel like hanging out with that friend, all right, ask yourself what love would do. Bring it right to source, okay? Bring it right to source. You don't know what to do? Thanks God for letting me know what to do for my heart is, okay? Because the truth is you have to come from love. You have to honor other people. You have to respect other people. And so even when you're 14 or 13 or 12 or 20 or 79, right? All right, whatever it is, you have to come from love with everything that you do. So you have to do the right thing, and the right thing is from love, okay? So all because she can tell the other friend no doesn't mean she should, okay? Her heart says, oh, I really want to hang out with this friend. Okay, so then you bring it to source and you say, okay, God, what is the best solution here? And your answer will come. Every situation for every person, every being, and everything is different, but it all comes to the context of universal law where it is in the same ballpark, and it all has to do with love energy, okay? So that's one thing. Okay, so you feel out the situation as to what is best with Spirit. But those are one of those things. You know, if you make a promise to somebody, you need to keep that promise from love. So if you're not happy about it, you ask God that you are happy. You ask God to create it the way you want it to be, in the best way. Maybe you could ask Spirit to bring you all together, but always from love. So you don't break your plans with one person because a better option came along. And if you have a habit and pattern and belief of doing that, then you need to clear it out, because it's going to keep on happening with your friends in your reality, or with people in your reality, until you do that. So, or because you can hang out with the other friend doesn't necessarily mean that you should. Okay, here's another example. You know, people call me all the time, and I know we briefly talked about, or I've talked about this on the Facebook thing, so I want to touch on this on my Facebook little video, but I want to touch on this just a little bit. Okay, so when you're posting stuff on Facebook, if it doesn't come from love, you shouldn't be doing it. People call me up, they're like, oh, you know, I lost my job. All because you can air your grievances. Let's say you're in an argument with your mother, your father, your friend, your husband cheated. You don't put that shit on the internet. It is not the forum for it. And if you don't know that you shouldn't do it, you ask God that you do know. You bring it right to source, and you get the answers by asking, okay? Because all because you can doesn't mean you should. Why? Because it's not coming from love. What is the purpose of humiliating somebody publicly from an unwell in your soul, and they did an unwell too? Because let's face it here, there are two parties in this unwell. If your husband is cheating, or if you're cheating, or you're not getting along, there is way more to the story than you're aware of, and that they teach you in society. The truth is, if you're not coming from love with whatever your idea of doing is, or however you're going to handle something, like with communication and like this thing with Facebook, all because you can post it on there doesn't mean you should, okay? Super, super, super important. All because you can call somebody a name that is nasty doesn't mean you should, okay? These are everything in your life. All because you can be not nice and everybody else in a crowd is being not nice and they're not doing the right thing, does that mean that you should? You know, really? Really? You know, the truth is, love. You will be that example for the world when you come from this place. And you will raise the vibration of so many in this world today. And not only yourself, your family, you'll be super protected by love energy. Why? Because you're in that space of love. Okay? So, let me give you some more examples. Another example today is my friend just told me they had a friend who quit his job, right? And then he went ahead and told everybody all this unwell stuff. You know, apparently somebody was dealing drugs out of this place they were working, and then another person was sleeping with everybody, and another person was doing this, and another person was doing that, and another person wasn't really sick, and they were collecting compensation. I mean, just stuff like this, okay? Or, you know, and apparently the dude wanted to leave his job. There was some unwellness. It was too toxic for him, and I can see why, and I get that. But, you know, so you leave gracefully, okay? You leave gracefully, okay? From love. You don't know how to do it, you ask God that you do. You don't do it, you don't feel like you're going to do that, you ask God that you do. You create your reality from love, okay? Because this person went ahead, and again, all because you can doesn't mean you should, okay? He went ahead and he just basically told the people who ran the place all the crap that was going on there, okay? Obviously, it was meant to happen. However, do you want to be involved in that crazy ass shitstorm? It is not your business, okay? It is just not your business to get involved in everybody else's business, you know? And this is the truth. If we would all stay from a place of love in our own gardens, we would be all the more better for it, and we wouldn't waste so much energy of unwell. It doesn't mean we can't send people angels and give it to God to create the best for everybody. We absolutely can, but all because you can do unwell things or tell everybody shit or come from a place of drama. And you know, you have to know when the right thing to do, what the right thing to do is, and when to do it. And this is all about coming from love. So you feel the energy. You ask God, should I be doing this? Should I not? Same thing. You know, they air grievances with friends. People have been friends forever. You know, they post pictures on the internet, and it doesn't even matter. Or they put signs up in the neighborhood. People's unwellnesses are infinite. And it's heartbreaking because it doesn't have to be this way. If everybody would just come from love, it would be a whole different world. And that's what we're talking about. So in this segment, I just wanted to take a few minutes to tell you that you shouldn't be posting up shit or stuff about other people. You shouldn't be talking garbage about other people, even if it's the truth. All because you can doesn't mean you should. Feel in your heart, come from love, ask Spirit if you don't know what the right thing to do is, because it will come in and you will know, okay? And also there was another thing that was coming in for me in reference to this. Can you please bring it back to me now, Spirit, so that I can explain to everybody about all of this? All because you can doesn't mean you should. All right, just gonna give it a few minutes till Spirit brings it back to me. That's what you do when it doesn't come in, or you get, you know, you have something come in and you get a whole bunch of information like I do. You just ask Spirit, bring it back in, you know, from love. And thank you, God, for that for me. Boom, just like that. That's how you do everything. Okay, so what else did they want to say? Okay, also, we're talking about boundaries here, okay? Getting involved in everybody else's business. You know, the only business that is your business is your own business, okay? Not your brother's, not your sisters, not your mothers. You are not responsible for anybody else, all right? You're responsible for you first from love, okay? It doesn't mean that you can't help and assist them and love them, but you don't put out yourself in an unwell way for stuff that is not your stuff. This is about boundaries. This is about, again, all because you can doesn't mean you should, okay? You know, you don't have to spend, and this is going to sound crazy, you don't have to spend your life, you know, living other people's lives, doing stuff for other people, you know, then you don't even really live your own life. That is not what you came here to do. You came here to be the best you can be from God and love energy. And yes, you can help each other from love, but the way they teach you out here in this society isn't the healthiest, best way from the highest vibration of love for you and all. Again, all because you can help other people doesn't mean you should, okay? Now, when I don't mean that in an unwell way. You feel in your heart. You ask God what to do is the best thing to do for you and everybody, okay? And you will hear it. And if you don't hear what to do, and you don't know what to do, and you don't feel what to do, you ask God that you do. It's that simple. It's that simple, okay? So All right. You are not obligated. Yes, if you're going to the store and you want to help somebody out and you feel in your heart and it's a positive, healthy energy exchange, then you do it. And you know, you do stuff like that. You know, if you want to help your mother and she got out of the hospital, you do it from love, not from resentment, not from unwell, not where you're up somebody's butt so much that it's a problem for you and you have resentment. Do you see what I'm saying? And that you're giving up your life continuously to take care of them. Now, there are exceptions to these rules, but that's why I say always go to source, God, love, energy, spirit, universe, all right, with every single thing, because that is the answer to everything. Because every situation is individual, just like you're unique and so am I. So when you don't know what to do, okay, you bring it right to source, because love energy, that is all of God, knows exactly what is best for everybody, okay? So trust that, and remember, all because you can in all different ways, and it doesn't mean you should, okay? Because so many times when you do that, you're jacking yourself up, messing yourself up, and then not only does it mess up in the situation in the now, but it messes you up all down the road, because it continues to happen where you do these habits and patterns of unwell for you, okay? And it keeps creating that from your soul, because you keep creating from a place that is less than love until you get to that highest vibration. It keeps coming back. So why don't you grab the bull by the horns and do everything from love? All right. Have a great night. Take care.